This channel is about giving the Christians as hard a time as possible by questioning everything that they say in a psychological level. And my theory is that if every atheist, skeptic, and whomever else, anybody who is active against the religious bullshit, goes after everybody, all of the religious who want to preach and proselytize and whatever, then I think that they will become discouraged, because they know that anytime they open their mouth about God or Christianity, they're only going to be questioned. So, that might eventually become a turnoff, and they'll probably stop. But the problem is that we have so many atheists still in the year now 2020, still thinking they're accomplishing something by just refuting and debunking everything they say, which has been going on for 10 years now, particularly on YouTube anyway. And I mean, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that none of these atheists manage to deconvert any Christians or religious people, but that's not even what it's about. I'm not interested in trying to get them to stop believing or abandoning their faith. I'm just interested in getting them to back off. Let Christianity cancel itself out. I'm trying to remove the devil from atheism, if that makes any sense. I explained it in my book that I'm currently casually rewriting, in hopes of having it, it should be, I should have it published again easily by at some point this year, possibly late spring. It was originally published in 2016, a long story, which I'm not going to get into. But now, going to my channel last week, going over my video overview, I was disappointed and a bit angered that both my 2020 video, along with my Planned Parenthood, which is a segment of my currently published book now, both videos only received 1 view. Now that's possibly changed by now, but I doubt it. I didn't bother to check. That annoys me, because I really am trying to change things for the better, particularly here on YouTube. My book is only a catharsis, really, but it's still important, because I feel that some of the content would be of value to some people, or many people. I think people who read it or listen to it would need to hear it, basically. And I really want people to hear what I have to say in some points in that book. But that's not happening, because I'm not getting any fucking sales. Which bugs me also, because we have a lot of channels out there and a lot of podcasts going on that regularly nag for donations to support their content and their shows. Which they don't really need to nag, because many people willingly fork their money over. They throw money around as like it's no object. But for some reason, I just can't seem to sell any books. This book is not about me. So even if you hate me, you're not doing this for me. I am benefiting it from the money, but ultimately it's not for me. So just keep that in mind. Now, something else that bothers me, and one of the reasons I'm uploading this video, I watched a Christina Rad interview by Seth Andrews, who mentioned that she hasn't been very active, and that's something that does what occurred to me recently was that now I've been involved in YouTube for about 10 years now. I mean, in the beginning, I was no different from any other atheist. I was just arguing and debunking, refuting what other what the Christians would say, atheism this, evolution that. We all know that they're usual tactics and fallacies. And I learned plenty from other atheists, don't get me wrong, but it's still going on. That's the problem. And I think that because this perpetuates, the Christians are getting off on it. And it's enabling them. Because they know no matter what they say, we'll only repeat ourselves. While I'm trying to psychologically question both their perception of God and their reasons for beliefs and faith. I recognize that religion is all psychological. Otherwise, they wouldn't behave the way they do toward argued facts against their beliefs, or even science. And now, if these other atheists on YouTube are only in it for the money, I say fuck you. Go fuck yourselves. You're no better than the Christians. That means your atheism has become your livelihood, which means you're causing a lot of problems that everybody keeps complaining about, particularly in America. Discrimination, parents cutting their kids off from student funding, the whole laundry list of everything, all this shit caused by religious belief. To that, I sincerely say, you can go fuck yourselves. I'm in this. I'm not an entertainer. I'm not in this for fun. I'm in this because I care, and to make myself feel better. I really despise the fact that Christians out there are motivated and enjoying giving other people a hard time. So I'm doing what I can to give them a hard time. But I'm only one man. So take what you will from this video. And hopefully Trump does not start a war.